All right, what's up, everyone? I'm here with Ashley. Her title at the Boys and Girls Club is a mouthful, but she is the Senior Director of Organizational Impact at the Boys and Girls Club here in Santa Monica. Thank you for being here with us.
Well, thank you so much for the invitation.
5 questions, 10 minutes with her, and she just gave me an awesome tour of this facility here in Santa Monica. So amazing work you're doing. So,
thank you.
Let's get right into it. What is the best part about working for the Boys and Girls Club?
Oh my gosh, the best part? Can I give you multiple parts?
Yes, you can.
I think what's so amazing is what you just got to see, which is walking through the facility and seeing all of the members. And they're so excited and they're so happy. And so in my role, I get to supervise supervisors. Mm-hmm. And so that means that through the lens of my oversight, I get to make change on multiple dynamics in different fronts. So people don't usually know it, but I know usually what happens at every single one of our 10 sites. I know what's happening with all the different staff members, our youth development professionals, and feeling like I have impact. I think that might be the best thing about my job.
It's got to feel good. There's no question. There's so much energy here and just the social good that you're doing and the community for across the board.
Yeah, awesome. Sometimes there's so much energy that I'm levitating. So.
Okay, so let's be honest and real though. Not every job or place it's not always roses. So what's the most challenging part about working for the Boys and Girls Club?
I think the most challenging part is really setting good work-life balance. In nonprofits, you wear a lot of different hats. You ensure that you are doing everything from leadership management to fiscal oversight to human resources, purchasing, all these different dynamics. And so you really have to be very careful about how much time you invest because nonprofit sectors have a really high burnout rate.
Really?
And so if you're not mindful of your day, you could end up working 50 to 60 hours a week sometimes. And I'm sure you know that. You're a hard worker too. And so it's really important that you set boundaries and priorities so that you can continue to be rejuvenated and invested in the mission.
Okay, yeah, it's a great, there's so many questions about that because I could see how you'd never stop working. I mean, it'd be hard to leave work because it's people.
You're
in
have
the people
stalkers,
business.
my staff stalk me.
And so it's like, okay, great. So, you just introduced me to a lot of different people, from program directors to people working in food. What are all the different jobs that are available for someone out there? It's like, I want to work for the Boys and Girls Club. What are all the different jobs that are available? And I know there's a lot, but you name a few so people can see the breadth of the different opportunities that are here.
Well, I have 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So it really depends on what you're interested in. We have both part-time and full-time opportunities. So if you're part-time, you can come in as a college student and really get to better understand what it's like to facilitate programming among the different areas. You got to see our Learning Center, which is around STEM enrichment. It's around educational attainment. You got to see our athletic gym, which is huge, right? It's about 5,000 square feet. And so you can facilitate tournaments and leagues and athletic coaching. We have a studio where you can look at musical engineering, a technology center that works on coding and graphics imaging, and then even a teen center that focuses on leadership and cultivation opportunities. So that's just part-time alone. Okay. The full-time opportunities is really cool because I remember when I first started in this field, I was a cheerleading coach. And I got promoted to be a site supervisor. And I was like, wait a minute, this could be a career? Nobody told me this. And so what you do is you oversee in a full-time capacity as a branch director. You can oversee the different sites, so programming, staffing, working with school districts, parents. And then as you get higher into the administrative piece, your scope just kind of broadens more. So instead of just doing one site, maybe it's 2 or 3 sites. And then eventually you can move up and look over all the different sites and staffing, which is my role in programs and operations.
So it sounds like if you have a passion for helping, kids and students in your community, if your heart was here, there's a job somewhere along the line.
We'll find something for you.
It just seems like there's endless opportunities.
Absolutely. I mean, we have everything from drivers to folks who prep the food. We have membership directors. We have a teen director, technology, education directors. I mean, and that's just programming. We also have our administrative side, which is all about the funds. So if you're a nonprofit, you got to raise some money. And so I do a really good job of spending finding it, but there's also people who need to bring it in. And so we have a resource development team, and all they do is look at ways to cultivate donors and opportunities to create special events. So if you like creating parties, sometimes special events and doing those type of opportunities to recruit people to believe in your mission can be an amazing opportunity.
Right, absolutely. So we touched on this a little bit, but like, what are the specific characteristics? And I know that there's so many different jobs. I mean, degrees, skill sets. What are you looking for when someone, you're potentially going to hire in this at this facility?
Well, Alex, it's so awesome you bring it up because I was just talking to one of our branch directors about how important the character is. You know, character matters. And so it's about 60% of who you are and 40% of the technical skill sets, because you can't teach someone to work hard. That's intrinsically motivated. And so we want people who believe in the mission, which is really protecting and being there for our most vulnerable populations, people who are hardworking and are dedicated to really ensuring that quality services are provided, from everything just doing prep food to executing programming services to really supervising staff. You have to believe in good customer service, and you have to ensure that you do the best you possibly can. From a more technical perspective, it really depends on where you're coming in. So most of our entry-level positions, like our youth development professionals, you don't need a degree. You just need the passion.
Okay.
And then once you move up, degrees around like recreation management, which is one of the degrees that I have, is really helpful. But we also look at a lot of different skill sets. You can come in, we have people with kinesiology degrees, we have people with human services degrees. Our resource development director is a classical pianist. So she comes in with those transferable skill sets.
Yeah.
So it's really about looking at what can you bring to the table. And I think that's what's so unique about the Boys and Girls Clubs is they look at the heart and they look at what you can contribute to the community and the organization. And then all those other technical skill sets around like Microsoft Office and looking at ways to, examine spreadsheets and stuff like that. You can train people to do that.
Yeah. I love it because, one of the things at Dream Driving, we are all about finding your dream career, and it's really about finding your passion and turn that into a career.
Yeah.
And it sounds like after listening to everything you've said and walking this, everyone here is like passionate about being here.
It's exciting, right?
Exactly, and it's just a big piece of what you're looking for when hiring.
I mean, it's so cool because I can walk in today and there's like a water fight going on, with balloons, right? And it's like, that's my job. Like, I get to show up and be a part of this experience where kids come to have a good time, to have a place to belong.
Yeah.
And so I get to contribute to that either directly or indirectly. And who isn't going to be passionate or excited about that?
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's really
That's
cool.
awesome. Okay, so fifth and final question. Someone's out there being like, I want to go work with Ashley's team. I want to come to the Boys and Girls Club Santa Monica.
I mean, who wouldn't?
Who wouldn't? Where do they go, right? Do they go to a website? Do they walk in these doors? Like, what's the best way? Someone's saying, I want to get in the door here. What do they do?
That's an awesome question. So they can check out our website at www.smbgc.org. They can also call us at 818-361-8500, or they can just walk in. We get a lot of folks. A couple of our branch directors were just walking down Lincoln and just saw the kids and walked into the clubhouse and asked for an application, and 7 years later they're still here.
That's fascinating.
So we're doing something good.
Yeah, it's awesome because this is in the heart of Santa Monica. What
Absolutely.
the most epic location maybe
Third
on the
Street's
planet.
like right down there,
it's
buddy.
pretty awesome. Ashley, first of all, thank you for all the work you're doing for this community,
Thank
and then
you.
also for spending time with us and educating our everyone out there on what it's like getting a job here. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Alex.
All right, cheers everyone. See ya.